Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this beautiful 2019 Infiniti QX50 all-wheel drive with the Essential package. This one's in beautiful shape inside and out, local, one-owner clean Carfax. And this one only has 5,517 miles. And you might be curious how we would acquire such a relatively new vehicle like this. So what happened is this one was originally purchased up at our sister store, Infiniti of Bellevue. And at some point they decided that they didn't want the QX50 anymore, and they traded it in for a Jeep Gladiator, which is kind of a pickup truck version of the Jeep Wrangler if you're not too familiar with the Gladiator. So obviously completely different ballpark as far as vehicles goes from this QX50. And the store who they traded in at, West Hills Jeep in Bremerton, they called me. I'm the used car manager. A lot of times car dealerships will call if they get a vehicle like this they're not familiar with and ask for a buy bid. Sometimes a Jeep store would be a little uncomfortable having a luxury vehicle that they're not used to selling. So if I give them a buy bid that works for them and they take it in trade, then they sell it to me. So that's how we acquired this one. Some people ask me all the time in this business, why would someone trade in a vehicle so soon? And I can tell you, dealing with luxury and high-end cars, generally we're dealing with people that have a little bit more disposable income. They're a little bit more well off, and they can afford to, make changes. Obviously you buy a new vehicle, you trade out of it, you're going to lose in appreciation. Some people just want a different vehicle, and if they want to do it and it makes financial sense for them, then that's just the way it happens, and that happens quite often. But luckily for you, someone drove this off the lot when it was a new car, and it made the biggest initial hit in depreciation a vehicle takes becoming a used vehicle, so it really is a great value. We have the original build sheet on it, $49,730 original MSRP. This one has a ProAssist package that gives you backup collision intervention. So if you're backing up, if someone's going to walk behind you or a car's going to drive behind you, it will automatically hit the brakes. It has distance control assist. It has intelligent cruise control, and it has a rear cross traffic alert. Then it has a premium heat package, which is popular in our often cold, rainy climate. That was a $1,200 option, giving you heated front seats, memory driver's seat, and memory mirrors, and steering wheel. Outside mirrors with reverse tilt down. Then you get a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So normally it's just manual tilting, but it will power tilt now with the premium heat package. And the steering wheel is also heated. Then it has the premium audio package. That was a $900 option, giving you a Bose Performance Series audio system with 16 speakers. So if you like music, you'll definitely love that Bose audio system. I actually picked this up in Bremerton and drove it back to the store. And I'm a musician, I love music, so I was really enjoying that Bose audio system. Then illuminated kick plates was a $465 option, and this also has the cargo package, which was a $285 option. And of course, we can print you out a copy when you come in, or email you one if you want to take a little bit more detailed look at that sticker. The Essential package is kind of the higher up package on the QX50. It's confusing. They kind of rearranged all the packages for 2020, but in 2019 you had the Pure, which was the base one. Then you had the Lux, which is kind of the mid-range one, and then the Essential is kind of the higher end package, which this one is. So the Essential, if you wanted the leather interior, not leatherette, you had to get the Essential like this one. So this one's very nicely equipped with features. CVT transmission, so it offers an almost infinite amount of gear ratios. So you have that proper gear ratio for that current driving situation. Keyless ignition with push button start. Electronic parking brake. We have a drive mode selector that makes changes to steering, transmission shifting, throttle sensitivity. And this transmission actually has what they call a D-step mode, so it actually can behave a little bit more like a conventional automatic transmission, just because people are used to that feel, especially during performance driving. Oh, and another thing to mention about the 2019 QX50, brand new, ground up redesign. 2017 was the last year of the old QX50, great vehicle, but they skipped the model year, and for 2019 it was a complete ground up design, complete clean sheet design, new platform, very different than the old 2017 and prior QX50. This one has a dual display system. The top screen is for navigation, parking camera. You can also see this one has a 360-degree round view monitor. Great for parallel parking or tight parking situations, and you can see you can change views. Then the bottom screen is a tablet-like interface for vehicle settings and apps. You can also make changes to the way the engine behaves here as well. Like this drive mode selector here, you can get a little bit more detail with this drive mode selection screen here. For instance, you might want to have the engine in sport mode, but you like the way the transmission feels in standard mode, so it lets you personalize it. Active trace control will individually brake the wheels to help the vehicle rotate a little bit better through corners. You can shut that on or off. And then active engine braking. So basically when you take your foot off the gas, it will just slow down the vehicle a little bit more aggressively without having to use the brakes. You can shut that on or off as well. Really cool stuff. And then you have so many different features and apps with this dual display system. You can also access the driver's assistance features, vehicle dynamic control. We have forward collision warning and forward emergency braking, blind spot warning. So lots of features and technology on this QX50. And you also have steering wheel paddle shifters as well. You can see the steering wheel power, tilt, and telescopes. Really nice color combination on black, and I like the black wheels as well. Nice touch. With the QX50's redesign, it also gained more interior space. It is a compact classification for the QX50. Doesn't necessarily feel compact in the inside. I had that front seat adjusted for my height. I have plenty of legroom back here. You can also see this one has a huge panoramic roof to allow lots of natural light in the interior, and that benefits both the front and second row passengers. It also has a power sunshade that closes if it gets too bright out, but we're not going to worry about that today. And then this sunroof also opens as well, so really is a nice driving experience and a beautiful sunny day to have all the windows open and that big roof panel open as well. Power liftgate. This is actually the first year that a power liftgate was available on the QX50. For some people, it's not a big deal, but obviously I'm 6'2", so it's not an issue I'm gonna have to deal with. But I've had some customers looking at the older QX50s, and if you're a little bit on the shorter end, sometimes it can be hard to reach that liftgate. I had one customer, his wife was just so short, she really liked the older QX50, but she really had a hard time reaching up to pull that down, and because it didn't have a power rear liftgate, she had to cross that one off the list. Also, the seats fold down fairly flat, and it has a surprising amount of cargo space back there as well. Another cool feature about the rear seats is that they're also reclining. And they don't just recline, but they also slide back and forth, which is a little bit more of a rare feature. Not too many vehicles with just 2 rows of seats have the rear seats that are adjustable back and forth. So that's a nice feature too on the 19 QX50. Beautiful looking lines on the QX50. And one big feature for the 2019 QX50 is the engine. You can see it says VC Turbo. VC stands for variable compression. This QX50 has the first production application of a variable compression engine. INFINITI has been working on this variable compression engine technology for about 25 years. And finally, after trial and error and developing it and making a version that is reliable enough to put it on a production automobile, they finally offered it in the first vehicle to have this application with the 19 QX50. It makes about 268 horsepower. It's turbocharged. 280 pound-feet of torque, so you have almost a V6 like performance and power. But the thing with variable compression, it's able to mechanically change the compression ratio of the engine. So if you're just gliding along at 40 miles an hour, you don't need a lot of power, you want to get the best fuel efficiency, it can calibrate the engine's compression ratio to make the engine more fuel efficient. But if you're trying to merge on the highway or pass someone and you're stomping on the gas and you need maximum passing power or just maximum horsepower for whatever reason, maybe you're performance driving, it can detect that you're looking for more power, you're getting that throttle a little bit deeper, so the engine can mechanically change the compression ratio to maximize, make maximum horsepower. Really cool stuff, and it's so far been a very reliable engine. These QX50s have come out with this variable compression engine. We started getting them around 2018 as a 2019 model. So after about 2 years, we haven't really seen any issues with this engine. It's actually been a very reliable car. Sometimes when people or manufacturers develop a brand new ground-up design, you have defects and issues. There was a few hiccups here and there, but overall, the QX50, the new one, has been very reliable, and we haven't seen any notable issues with this new variable compression engine. It's been pretty rock solid. I'll also notice the clamshell design on the hood. That's kind of a subtle thing, but a lot of times when you have a hood, the line where the hood and the fenders meet is very visible. But you can see that making a clamshell design, the line where the hood opens, it mixes into the actual body contours of the vehicle. So they just really wanted to make it look better, have a little bit more synergy in the styling, and I think they definitely achieved that goal. Beautiful LED daytime running lights. It is a very nice looking vehicle. The QX50 comes standard with front wheel drive. This one features intelligent all-wheel drive. Generally, most of the QX50s you'll find in our inventory will be all-wheel drive models. And it's intelligent because when all-wheel drive is not needed, it will be 100% of the power to the front wheels. And then as those front wheels slip, it can transfer up to 50% of the vehicle's power to the rear wheels. The reason why they do that, the reason why they don't have the all-wheel drive system working all the time, even in dry conditions when it's not needed, if the all-wheel drive system's constantly working, it's going to reduce your gas mileage and it's going to chew through your tires a little bit faster. Also, another thing to mention, this 2019 QX50 is certified pre-owned, so it comes with a 6-year, 75,000 mile certified warranty. First year of basic maintenance is complimentary. You get roadside assistance, trip interruption for the duration of that certified warranty, complimentary Infiniti loaner cars. Pretty much you get all the benefits you normally would as a brand new Infiniti. Really great benefits, and also for qualified buyers, there's available low rate financing. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.